Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I want to talk about an incident that happened a couple of days ago in Vallejo, California. In case you guys don't know, Vallejo, California is the hometown of, iconic Bay Area rapper E40, Mac Mall, Mac Dre, among a few other people. But there seemed to have been an incident that really has people scratching their head, including me. Shout out to CJ Goodfella. He sent me this story. Now, I don't have all the details, but this is a very weird story involving a shooting with the boys. Now, apparently it was a gentleman that was barely 21 years old, and what happened was, now here's where it gets weird. They say he was sleeping in his car at a Taco Bell in the driveway, but somehow, some way, he ended up getting shot like 20 times by the Vallejo PD. Now, they said he had a gun in his lap, but then they say he was asleep. Now, as the story goes, they say that they witnessed, somebody called the police because they said they saw a guy in the car, and they said he was sleeping or something like that. So what happened was, they said that the police post that came there, and they post that had pulled up to the dude, and they said he was asleep. But they said the car was in, drive. Now, I'm going to talk about that afterwards. Now, they say he was asleep. Now, they say the cops saw him sleep, but they saw the gun. So they say the cop, instead of him, banging on the window or trying to open up the door and try to take the gun from him, if they say he's asleep, because if they say he's asleep, then they should be able to creep open and open the door and take the gun away from him. But then they said they called for backup. They said 6 more cops came, something like that. So then they started banging on the window. They told him to get out the car, but they say he's supposed to be asleep. And then they said he started to come to. They said they thought he was reaching for the gun, and then they opened fire on him. Now, keep in mind, in this situation, if the dude is asleep, they can pull out they stun guns, and they can creep open the door or prop open the door, and then basically try to take the gun away from him, disarm the dude. They say shooting is always a last resort. So even if he had a gun on him, you still are supposed to at least wait till you think he's attempting to grab a gun and actually point the gun. You just can't walk up to somebody and shoot somebody because they got a gun in their hand. Unless they pointed at you, then that's a different story. All bets are off. Because what if the person has a toy gun? How many times have that happened? But yeah, this is where, like I said, this is where it gets strange. They opened fire on him, shot him several times. They tried to revive him. They pretty much said he was dead on the scene. His family has been upset about it, and they're running an investigation now. This is what I don't understand. This is where it gets shaky. Well, first of all, if the car was in drive and he fell asleep, then the car would have still been going forward, and it would have crashed into something. The only way a car doesn't move and you have it in drive, that's if you put the emergency brake on. And I didn't hear nothing in the report said he had the emergency brake on. So that's kind of a red flag. Something not right about that. Because if the car is in drive mode, when you fall asleep, the car is going to keep rolling until you crash into something. So that doesn't make no kind of sense. The car can't be. And how many people going to pull up in a driveway and stop the car and put the emergency brake on and go to sleep in a drive-through? So that's where it gets funny. This story makes no kind of sense. But they run an investigation. But anyway, I'll have more for you later on when I find out what's going on. But anyway, I'm out.